Hello, my people. Welcome to another great edition of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing me on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. As always, eternally grateful for your support, for your input, your comments, and every other thing that you put through to say to help us be sustainable here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I'm grateful for everything that you do. And then today there's a lot of conversation to have here. Hey guys, if you've not subscribed to the channel, I entreat you to pause the video, go back and subscribe to the channel. It's imperative that you do subscribe to the channel and then turn on notification. My name again is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you've not subscribed to the channel, it is very, very, very imperative that you subscribe to the channel. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and then let us hear from you in the comment section. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Bring you the best of footballing analysis here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Let's get into the details of today's conversation. And first of all, we'll start from the Spanish La Liga. So you see, I don't know why Spanish outlets are beginning to throw away their reputation. A lot of the reports that have come from Correo de los Sport, Mundo Deportivo in recent times have been very shambolic. And I'm talking about, first of all, the issue of Xavi Hernandez and then Mikel Arteta and every other thing. So we know that Xavi had announced his resignation, his future resignation to leave FC Barcelona at the end of the season. And then, of course, everybody keeps on asking who is going to be the next Barcelona coach, what's going to be the next for FC Barcelona. Yesterday in my analysis, one of the things I did point out was the fact that if you go to Barcelona, essentially, it goes beyond just the job that Xavi did on the field of play. Again, Xavi also felt that whilst he's a Barcelona fan, he was going to work with people like Jordi Cruyff and then Mathieu Alemany. These two aren't at the helm at Barca again. So it has been difficult. For him, he has been a player. He kept on saying that immediately he feels that he doesn't have the dressing room again, he was going to take the walk and bow out of FC Barcelona. And that's exactly what he seems to do. Of course, every other outlet, every journalist will make an academic process, will put in some academic efforts to find who possibly may replace Xavi Hernandez at FC Barcelona. There have been names that have been Luis Enrique. There have been the mention of Roberto Di Zerbi. There have been people, even like Jurgen Klopp's names have been mentioned. Even though Jurgen Klopp had told everybody that he was going to go on a sabbatical for a year before he will return to football later. Almost everybody wants to put bits and pieces together. But yesterday, the bizarre news is the fact that people said that Mikel Arteta was going to leave Arsenal at the end of the season and possibly take on the Barcelona job, which was very, very bizarre, very bizarre. And it was something that I don't think that Deportivo or Correo de los Sport should have reported, because it didn't make sense. And I remember it was late in the evening of yesterday, somewhere around, 21 o'clock GMT, that I saw the news. And I personally wanted to get on here and then debunk that news. That's not possible. There's no way Arteta is going to leave Arsenal Football Club at the end of the season. And it is only in the right direction that today Arteta has had a pre-match press conference, and in there he has totally debunked that point that he's maybe even nursing a thought of leaving Arsenal. You look at Arsenal's projects and where they are, the kind of things they are putting in, their processes that you are going through, the strides that they are making. Last season, we came very close to winning the league. Yes, they were not able to win. This season, they are doing some excellent job. Yes, they've dropped some points as it stands now. Yes, Arteta is a Spaniard and all of that. And yes, maybe he may love to go back to Catalan at some point in time. But not when he has a project that is in full flesh and then getting results for himself and all of that. There was no way that was going to happen, actually. And I'm glad that he has debunked it. Hey, so whilst we move away from Mikel Arteta and then Xavi conversation and everything, you look at what is happening to Xavi and just oppose that with what's happening to FC Real Madrid, and you understand that Madrid are exactly where they expected to be, exactly where they want to be in terms of growth, in terms of replacing the old guard with the new guard and still maintaining the standard. Again, Cruz hasn't left, the Modric hasn't left officially, but the Jude Bellingham, Oriani Chimeni, Federico Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, these four quartets have come together and they keep on getting the results for FC Real Madrid. And that's the quality of their recruitment, the quality of the planning, the quality of everything that FC Real Madrid want to do. as a team, and they are getting exactly where they want to go as a group. And I think that is brilliant. That's very, very, very brilliant on the part of FC Real Madrid. So it is only sad that Barcelona, after a while of taking a nosedive, I think that it shouldn't just be Xavi Hernandez, in my opinion. It shouldn't just be Xavi Hernandez. I think it should go beyond just have Xavi Hernandez. I think that the people on the Barcelona board should take a good look at themselves. I think that a lot of the decision makers on the board maybe also have to take the fall for what has happened to, I mean, such a great club like FC Barcelona, given everything that has gone on in recent times. And yes, it's going to take a while, but Xavi says it's going, Arteta isn't going, let's judge, and Klopp is going. It's just January. Jose Mourinho has left Roma. Klopp has announced that at the end of the season is going to leave Liverpool. Mikel Arteta has announced that he's also going to leave. Not Mikel Arteta. Xavi Hernandez has announced that he's going to leave. And yesterday there was that rumor that Mikel Arteta was going to leave, which of course now we can confirm for you that it isn't true in there for Mikel Arteta over there. So in the Italian Serie A, I'm excited, and I keep on saying this. One of the most complete teams in world football right now is Simeone Inzaghi's Internazionale Milan. And yesterday they did such a great job by going away to Fiorentina and then getting just a single goal to increase the points gap between themselves and Juventus. Max Allegri has been doing some brilliant job as well with that three back, Bremer, Rugani at the back. Of course, in the middle of the park, guys like Fagioli, Federico Chiesa have been very instrumental for everything that Juventus are doing. But it's about being either the hunter or the chaser. Now, if you want to take the lead, then you have to chase. This time, Inter are up there. And I remember in some interviews in the last few days where Beppe Morata was asked if he wants to be chasers. I mean, Inter want to be chasers, or they just want to be the leaders. They want to be hunted. And they said that they don't care. At this point in time, they just want to win their games. And that's exactly what Inter are doing. They are winning the most important games. You go away to Florence against Fiorentina, you get the all-important points. When Juventus stay at home against Empoli and then drop points after an Arkadiusz Milik red card, it tells you the different wavelengths and spectrum with which the two clubs are in. For Internazionale Milan, it's about consistently getting results over and over again, grinding it, digging deep, finding those results even when they are deeper than you expect. And then, of course, for Juventus, once they want to do that, they are getting some blips here and there, which makes it very, very difficult for themselves to play catch-up to Internazionale Milan. And they should be careful because AC Milan are also lurking right behind them in all of those things. So it's a tough one in the Italian Serie A. But hey, Chelsea in English Premier League, Liverpool, Manchester City, and then Arsenal are also on here, and we're going to do all the analysis for you. I'm going to start with the games that are going to go on Wednesday. So Chelsea has a crunch game to play against Liverpool at Anfield. And I've heard Jurgen Klopp tell the Liverpool folks that they should make Tuesday a hell of a day for Chelsea. Their fans should make Anfield a hell of a day for them. And then they believe that when they do that, they can get the win. Now, Arsenal are going to play against Nottingham Forest away. Going away at Forest last season, Arsenal did drop points. And it was at a crucial time of the season. This time, Arsenal are 5 points away from the top of the league. They know that they need to go back and get a win. Now, players like Thomas Partey have returned from injury. Mikel Arteta have debunked that rumor that he's not going to leave Arsenal Football Club. It's about getting the job. I told you this season that if you look at how Arsenal are playing this time, they've thrown away the flamboyance, the pop and pageantry way of playing. Now it's essentially about control. It's about having a foothold of games and largely controlling everything that they do. It's not about just going in and scoring 5, 6, 7 and then conceding a couple. For them, they will be excited if they come into games and they score just one and they prevent it from scoring and have total and absolute control in games. And that is some level of defensive solidity. I mean, in games where they are not able to score more and teams also prevent them from scoring, and they are found wanting, like the game against West Ham, the game against Fulham, and all of those things. But when you open up, Arsenal will tear you apart. They will beat you. And they are going away to this game at Villa. Tomiyasu is injured. Mohamed El Nene is also injured. But they are going to have Thomas Partey on the bench. Fabio Vieira is injured. Now, if you look at the team that Nuno Espirito Santo is beginning to build at Arsenal. It's essentially about it's in the shape of what you used to see when he had that Wolves team. 4-2-3-1, very compact. Ola Aina is out of that team. But essentially, Ibrahima Sangare is out of that team. But it was about just solidity in the middle of the pack, winning duels, going into battles, playing very high, but sometimes also sitting in a low block and making it very difficult and compact for any team that they meet, especially at home, to break them down. So it makes this game a little bit difficult. And of course, in the middle of the park, we're expecting to see Oliveira and Mangala in the middle of the park. Then Dominguez, Morgan Gibbs White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and then Wood will lead up top. And then, of course, we are expecting the 4-3-3 for Arsenal. Kai Havertz on the left-hand side, Jorginho in the middle of the park. Then Martin Odegaard to exert some control. Alejandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Bukayo Saka, Zinchenko, Kyrgios, Saliba, and then Benjamin White are the possible lineups. We're expecting to see Thomas Partey at some point in time in this game, and I've said it consistently that for me, I think Arsenal's recent dip in form can be attributed to Bukayo Saka's dip in form. I think the team has been very, very dependent on Bukayo Saka and everything that he has been doing. But hey, Bukayo is not getting the results. Bukayo is not getting the goals. He's not getting the assists. And that's put Arsenal in a very, very, very tight place. So if Arsenal gets the results tomorrow, then they need to make sure that Bukayo Saka gets firing as well. He needs to get results. He needs to play some good football. He needs to, get Arsenal out of the ditch, because this is going to be a very, very, very tough game for Arsenal to play, especially whilst they are going away to go and play at Middlesbrough. But on Wednesday, there are crunch games in there. The big one is the one that Chelsea are going to go away to Liverpool to play. It's a tough one. So in training today, Chelsea, Mauricio Pochettino spoke about a couple of things. He spoke about the fact that Christopher Nkunku has returned to training. He spoke about the fact that the teams tends to be bonding well as it stands now. Malo Gusta has returned to training. Benjamin Chilwell may be fit to play a part in this game. And for the very first time, maybe this season, Chelsea are going to fill their back four with a proper two fullbacks and then also two centre backs that are going to see, because in the game against Aston Villa, Levi Cole was out injured. He had a knock. The team had to assess him. They'll go through him. They go through it with him. And then, of course, you look at the dynamics of Chelsea, the kind of players that are returning and how they want to play. I think that Liverpool-Chelsea games for the very best part of Klopp's era have usually ended in a stalemate. For the very best part of about 4 or 5 years now, it has ended in a stalemate. And it's a kind of thing that you see and you go into this thing, okay, it can end in a stalemate. But mind you, almost everybody's scoring in games like this, and they're always end-to-end. They're always very aggressive. And if the faithfuls at Anfield also are vociferous and vocal on such a day, then definitely it's going to make it a mouth-watering encounter. And I expect that it gets so. I expect that there is a lot of mouth-watering stuff. There's a lot of duels. There's a lot of drama in a game like this that Chelsea are going to play. Mind you, Chelsea have been very consistent in recent times. They're getting some good results. In the last 5 games, they've been better than Liverpool in all competitions. Chelsea need to make sure they keep that momentum, which is going to be difficult. One of the things I've seen at Chelsea is the rest defense and transitional defense from the back four, and the fact that I keep on saying every time that the disparity is in the kind of profiles of centre backs that Chelsea have. If you want an aggressive centre back that prevents turnovers, there are times where you will not be able to counter press very high and wide. So if you lose those battles, they come century. When you step into those battles, you ought to not lose your duels. When Chelsea centre backs are pulled out and there is space, the fullback has to come and join the chain so that they don't exploit the space so much. You need to make sure that those duels, you don't lose them. And I think that's going to be the key thing in playing Liverpool too, on Wednesday at Anfield. Do not lose your duels. Be aggressive in your duels. Win those duels. Turn them over. And that will help the team. And I've seen Chelsea play and make sure they get a lot of chances from counter press very high and wide. And I think that's exactly what they need to do. They need to do stuff like that. I just don't know how the fact that players like Armando Broja, there are a lot of talk about they possibly leaving Chelsea around may affect them in a game like this. And I'm hearing that in Chelsea's possible transfer window, there's still Armando Broja's name in there. There's still Conor Gallagher that may leave. I've said it several times that Connor isn't going nowhere. Trevor Chalobah possibly may go. Then there's a new striker situation in there for Chelsea. And then, of course, you look at all of these things and you look at the fact that, yes, while a lot of players are returning, there is no way Romeo Lavia is going to return for the game against Liverpool. But hey, you talk about the amounts that Chelsea would want to get from it. I've told you the reason why Chelsea may even think of selling Armando Broja is the fact that their homegrown players represent pure amounts of profit for teams like this, and they would want to get such amount of profit in their team. It helps the team dynamics a lot of the time. So Malo Gusto has returned, Nkuku has returned, Chelsea training for Wednesday. It's a big game. The next round of games are very, very big for Chelsea Football Club. And then they know that they need to get results. They need to keep on getting results. After Liverpool, they go away, they stay home to play against Wolves. Mind you, Chelsea dropped points against Wolves the last time. Then they go away to Crystal Palace. Then they go away to Man City. Then they stay home to play Tottenham Hotspur. Huge run of games for Mauricio Pochettino and his Chargers in there for Chelsea Football Club. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But wait to see how that goes for Chelsea in there. But there's a lot of news in there. But hey, for today, this is where we draw the curtain. I'll see you later in the day. The AFCON is coming up. Do a post-match AFCON analysis. So stick and say. My name is Manfred. Bye.